So all you have to do is just look into the background of every single one of my videos or streams or whatever it may be, and you can see that I'm an absolute massive Star Wars nerd. I literally have Grogu sitting right here, a plushie of Grogu sitting right here. I have a massive pop vinyl of Grogu. Right in front of Grogu, I have Ahsoka Tano's Clone Wars lightsabers that were not fucking cheap. They were off, I think it was Corband, or it was one of the Saber Forge. I can't remember exactly which website it is because there's so many like good Star Wars websites to buy lightsabers from. I've got a little Lego fucking Stormtrooper helmet right here. I've got Boba Fett's helmet right here. You can't see it, but like on the end of this thing here, I've got Mando's helmet too. So obviously, you know, I'm a massive Star Wars fan. You know, my mum used to shove me in front of the TV when I was younger, chuck on Star Wars where I was me and both my brother, chuck on Star Wars, and me and him would just watch Star Wars non-stop. You know, we absolutely fucking loved Revenge of the Sith. The original trilogy I love as well. Empire Strikes Back is my favorite movie of all time. You know, I love I love the Clone Wars as well. Not a big fan of the Disney movies, but you know what? It's fine because the shows have been good, relatively good, so I'm fine with it. But so obviously, you know, as I'm talking about Star Wars, you know where this is exactly going. Star Wars Jedi Survivor just came out on Friday. It's a sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which I absolutely loved. I loved it so much. I loved the combat. I loved the story. I loved the exploration. I loved the force powers. I loved everything about that game. That game was so fun to play. I'm pretty sure... I don't think I fully 100%ed the game, but I came extremely close to 100%ing it, if anything. Yeah, and I was so pumped when a sequel was announced, and I just couldn't wait for it to come out. And obviously, with Jedi Survivor coming out, I was so excited. I fucking pre-ordered the game, which I rarely do these days. I literally barely pre-order games anymore. I only pre-order them when I'm super hyped for them. The only two games I pre-ordered so far this year was Resident Evil 4 Remake, which is absolutely a fucking masterpiece, and Jedi Survivor. So, obviously I was pumped up for this game. I knew it was going to be good. Straight out of the bat, you just had that feeling that when you know a game's going to be good. But this game has fallen into, just like so many other games in recent times, where the game is good, but unfortunately the optimization for it is fucking horrible. It is so bad that, like, I think I played the first 3-4 hours of the game, and I literally had to stop playing it because my fucking eyes were hurting. The back of my eyes were killing me, and I started getting a headache because I could not play this game above, like, above 60 frames. You can't get above 60 frames. It's literally impossible, if that as well. And I'm not running a shit mid PC either. I'm running 3080 Ti with a 5900X and 64 gigs of RAM. That's a beast PC. I should not be having optimization problems for it. You know, and this is happening a lot recently, where it just feels that, you know, a lot of these companies are just releasing these big AAA games where they're just not finished, or just releasing them with issues. And I know EA came up with a statement recently, well, more specifically, sorry, Respawn, who were the developers of the game, and I love Respawn so much. They've released Titanfall, which is arguably one of the best FPS games ever, and, you know, just didn't get as much credit and as much, I guess you could say, airtime, and not as much player base as it should have. You know, that Titanfall 2 multiplayer is extremely fun and deserves to be living toward this to this day, but unfortunately it's not, due to the player base dropping off. And they've obviously released Apex, which is, you know what, as much as I give that game so much slack and fucking rage at it, it's arguably one of my favorite games of all time. I have over 1,000 hours played on it at this point in time. You know, and then they also released Fallen Order, and now Jedi Survivor. So I absolutely have so much respect, and I love Respawn so much, and I know that they came out with this recent statement, but the problem that I have with this statement is that, you know, they're saying that they've seen that, you know, a lot of people are having issues, specifically the PC community, you know, with this release, and, you know, we're going to be working on it, and thanks for making us aware. It's like, you obviously knew that these aren't issues that just popped up when you release the game, it's like, oh yeah, you were testing the game before it was released. You're like, oh, perfect, yeah, release it. And then on release, it's just like, oh crap, sorry, oh my god, we're now aware of this. It's so obvious. An optimization issue definitely shows up before release. There's no way that when they were doing tests on this game that there was not optimization problems. There's no way that when they were testing this game, the developers were not having any problems with optimization. And the thing about this is that it's not like it's people who are having optimization issues have like shit PCs or just, you know, just below the, you know, the minimum and stuff like that. I have a, like I described my specs before, I have a high-end fucking PC and I still can't run it. I can't run it on low. I put my graphics on low, which I never really do anyways. For single player games, I usually run it on medium and high. I don't really like to run things on epic just because I like to have a little bit more frames, and I'm not running like a fucking 40 series or even a 3090 Ti. 3080 Ti, I could run on epic, but I still like to run them on high or medium. And I should be getting fucking over 100 frames for sure. Easily. But on low, I still could not get any good frames on it. My mate who also has, he has a 30, I think he has a 3080, not the 3080 Ti, but he literally could not get above 30 frames. His PC was cooking it. Like I said, the optimization was just shit for him. He just kept getting 30 frames. He could not once could he get above 60 frames as well. And the thing is that this game looks beautiful. The second world that you go to, if you stop and don't move and you just let the game just render for a second, it looks beautiful. I know that there was someone on a review on Metacritic was shitting on the graphics, but it's not the graphics. The graphics themselves are beautiful. The game looks amazing. Especially, I saw a comparison of what it looks like on PC and PS5. And on the PS5, the graphics look phenomenal. The graphics look so good, but it's just the optimization. You cannot get any frames in this fucking game. And it's just ridiculous. Especially the fact that I understand why PC people are having more issues with PS5. Because when you're catering to a game for PC, you have to cater for the fact that people aren't running the exact same build. You gotta have minimum specs, recommended specs, and then you gotta have, you know, the high-end specs where if you're doing for consoles, if you're doing for a PS5 or an Xbox, every single PS5 has the exact same specifications, every single Xbox has the exact same specifications. PC is a little bit different, has a lot more different specifications that you have to cater for, which is understandable. But the fact that it's this bad is just fucking ridiculous. You know, and it's not the first time as well. There's also been games in the past. You know, I don't know if anyone's seen, but The Last of Us came out on PC this year as well. And the optimization for that was so bad. It was fucking horrible. It was just... I'm pretty sure it's even worse. I saw screenshots of it, and it was even worse than Jedi Survivor. Like, so... Yeah, it's definitely not the worst that we've had, but there's obviously been, you know, poor PC ports in the past. I remember when Arkham Knight came out onto PC, people who are having optimization problems for that. I know I got it on PC when it came out, and mine wasn't too bad because I had a decent PC at that time as well. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't have anything crazy though, but I had something decent enough to be able to run the game, especially on like medium or low graphics anyways. But the fact that, you know, people are having such bad issues with this game on high-end PCs, like high-end gaming rigs like myself, is just absolutely fucking ridiculous and so stupid. You know, it's stuff like this just shouldn't be happening in the modern day. And I would have honestly been fine if Respawn came out and said, hey, we're having major optimization issues for PC specifically and a little bit on console. We're just going to push the release date back, which, you know what, would piss me off. But honestly, it would be so much better than the game releasing in the state that it fucking is. Because I wanted to play this entire weekend. I would be playing right now. Friday, I would have played till fucking 2 in the morning. But I couldn't because the game was just that bad. And I would be playing now, right this fucking second, while I'm recording this video on a Sunday. But I'm not. And I'm not going to play this game until it gets fixed. Because it is honestly that bad. And this is the first time that I've ever had to do this with a game where I can't play something because the optimization for it is so fucking bad that it literally hurts my eyes and hurts my fucking head. It gave me a headache and strained my... I have glasses with blue light lens to help with me sitting in front of computers so I don't strain my eyes that much when it comes to sitting in front of computers. And it still fucking hurt my eyes. that bad. So, man, I'm really disappointed. Besides that, the game's fun. Combat is definitely improved off the last one. If I can get, if I literally just ignore the optimization, so far I'm enjoying it so much more than Fallen Order, and I know it's going to be better than Fallen Order. I know it is. I know it's better. I can already tell. The exploration, the combat, everything about the game is so much more fun than the original. It's just optimization, and it's that bad that you honestly can't get past. And I'm fucking disappointed. I'm so disappointed. And I hope it doesn't take that long. I have a really bad feeling that because of how bad the optimization is, it might take a while till this game gets fixed. And I'm honestly fucking disappointed. I'm so disappointed because this would have been like game of the year potential. And I'm not bullshitting around it. I'm not just saying it because I'm a Star Wars fan. But this game had game of the fucking year potential, and it's gotten ruined by optimization issues. And that's just absolutely disappointing. And you know what? I hope other companies, which, you know, I seriously fucking doubt it, but I hope other companies see that that shit like this just shouldn't happen, and hopefully the backlash from the community, like myself and others, show that, you know, stuff like this just shouldn't happen in the modern day, you know, and games should be released finished. Honestly, my opinion, I think that game shouldn't have a release date until like a fucking month before, where it's just like, yep, the game's actually done now. The game's done. It's being released next month. You know, instead of putting like the strictest deadline on developers and then releasing games when they're not finished. So yeah, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. It was more of a rant than like an actual informational video, but I want your opinions down below. I'm honestly just disappointed. And, you know, honestly, I can't wait till the game gets fixed, because I know when it gets fixed, like I said, it's going to be fucking amazing. So, yeah, that's it from me. Peace out.